So Tesla just released this statement on Saturday. In 2020, we produced and delivered 500,000 vehicles in line with our most recent guidance. In addition, Model Y production in Shanghai has begun, with deliveries expected to begin shortly.
Well, but hang on a second, because they also, in the exact same statement, they released this table, and it says that they only delivered 499,550 vehicles.
Oh my goodness.
That's 450 vehicles below what that's not 500,000 cars.
Hang on.
No, I won't hang. How dare they say that they delivered 500,000 cars? They weren't even close.
They were really close, but if you read the fine print, it said they can be plus or minus 0.5%. They just don't know. It's just too close to the date for them to know. So
okay, so there's a chance that they might be over 500,000. Because if they're not over 500,000, forget it. Ridiculous. It's useless. If you haven't hit exactly 500 million, then there's no point in doing it at all.
Right. Then you
may as well not be a car company because you haven't initiated the specific incantation, which only occurs after you hit 500,000 cars a year. And if you can't tell, I don't care about 450 cars, give or take. That's just what all the news stories have been saying. They missed their deadline. Ha ha! Tesla, you idiot! You fool! How dare you miss it by who knows how many cars or not? But they missed it. That's the story. That's what everyone should read.
Maybe the story should look more like this. How about if we see a chart of their sales every year? Mm-hmm. This chart from Hypercharts, one of our favorites. So for some context, Tesla delivered 367,000 vehicles last year and 245,000 vehicles the year before. That's what this chart is. Mm-hmm. That is a 61% year-over-year increase from Q4 of last year and a 36% year-over-year increase. And I think that should be the story. What other car company can show you that?
In 2020, car sales have been down the whole year.
Yeah.
And Tesla pulls out a big, big, big win. And you might be saying, well, I wish the graph was taller. I wish they had 450 more cars that they delivered. But again, it's 2020.
And this is before Model Y is produced in China. Let's take a look at this story, which plays right into it. So these sales numbers are without the Model Y being produced in China. But now we have this. Model Ys are rolling out into showrooms in China, and people are going bonkers.
Yes. It is going to be a very, very, very popular car in China, I'm pretty sure, if the Model 3 is any indication at all. And Tesla has just slashed the prices for the Model Y in China.
So when we heard the prices announced last June, prices were supposed to be 488,000 yuan or $68,580 for the long-range Model Y and 535,000 yuan or $75,185 for the performance Model Y. Now,
the Model Y long range all-wheel drive is 339,900 yuan, which is roughly $52,000 US.
Okay, stop right there.
Yeah.
That means we went from 68.5 to 51.8.
Yeah.
That's a humongous price drop. Exactly. No wonder they're excited.
And the performance has gone to 369,900 yuan, which is roughly 56,400.
Hang on. That's cheaper than the US-made Model Y Performance.
Yes, the US Performance Model Y is $60,000, where the one made in China is $56,000.
Wow.
So that's a huge difference. Now, the long range is slightly more expensive in China at $52,000 versus $50,000. But again, that's not a huge difference.
Remind me again, what extra do you have to put into the Model Y Performance? Another motor?
Nope. You just you put a little bit of code that says this is a performance. Because the long range and the performance, I don't think there's hardly any difference.
It just goes faster.
It just goes faster because you told it to.
Wow.
Exactly. So these numbers that we're talking about for this year, that was just with Model 3 Chinese production. So just like half a gigafactory, if you really want to think about it that way.
The most amazing part of this story is this clip we're about to show you, where Elon nailed it in 2014. Take a look.
What can we eventually expect when it comes to ramping up with the gigafactory in place, the number of Teslas that you push off the assembly line?
Well, I mean, I feel comfortable that we'll be able to achieve at least 500,000 cars a year by 2020. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can do a bit sooner than that, but I think that's what I feel comfortable predicting.
So that was from 2014. 14. That was
6 years ago, he foresaw the future down to the car.
Well, he was off by about 450 cars. It's important to remember that. How dare us ever think that he actually sold 500,000? I mean, has any car CEO, been able to guess 6 years in the future when you are ramping up production, the number that you're going to hit for that year?
When you also hit a pandemic that year?
Right. I mean, that's almost scary.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.